Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of solo queuing as Cypher up to Immortal. If you missed the first episode, the link will be in the upper right hand corner of the screen right now. We have great responses from the first episode. You guys really enjoyed it, and I'm happy about that because this series is going to continue on for a little while, potentially with other series branching off of it in the near future. If you haven't hit that sub button or that like button for me on either of the videos, go ahead and do that right now, and I would really appreciate it. It really helps these videos out. But let's get right to it. We're going to start off today's video. There's actually going to be 2 games in today's video. The first game is a really poor performance by me. We'll go over that really quickly, and then we'll head into a slightly better performance on the same map. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with my second placement game here, we can just say that things did not go so well this game. This is a very bad game for me. This is the epitome of why you should be warming up before you play, because I didn't, and it really shows here. I miss a lot of shots, and I don't check a lot of corners, which is very silly mistake on my behalf. But hey, everybody has bad days, so let's take a look. I get a really good pick on the jet. Unfortunately, there's 3 of them there, and there's not much I can do. I was in kind of a one and done position. Maybe playing the elbow would have been a better decision there. In these next few clips, you can see that I just straight up miss a lot of my shots.
You can fall back and you can push B. Yeah, go B. One's mid ropes right now.
I shouldn't have been running with my knife out here. I thought mid would have been clear because that's where my
mid?
teammates were pushing through. Again, don't check my corners. In this situation, it's probably better to hold on to the rifle instead of pick up the op. I wasn't feeling confident with my rifle though.
I double dinked him.
148.
As you can see, I'm pre-aiming higher than where this breach is at. He's got a nice off angle. I truly didn't think I would be visible from the bomb site all the way back here, but obviously I was.
Where is everyone hiding?
I missed an incredibly easy shot on this Omen.
Cage triggered.
I do have a couple moments of clarity throughout this match where I am hitting my shots. Unfortunately, it wasn't impactful enough to make a large enough difference.
Enemy remaining.
Enemy down.
Playing around the smoke to get a different angle was probably the right call, but unfortunately I missed my shot. This is probably my favorite one way on this map. Very easy to use, very easy to get a couple kills with if you use it properly. I know from previous callouts that there's likely only one on the bomb site, and I get a kill on him, and then I also kill the Raze really quickly. I hit my shot on the jet perfectly, and I don't pre-aim the breach like I should. I know he's up in heaven, but I aim too low, and then I have to adjust, and I miss my shot. Being able to turn away from breach flashes so you don't get flashed is really important in this game, so make sure you're practicing that and getting good at that. Because if I would have done that here, I would have gotten an easy kill on the breach with this shotgun.
No hard feelings.
Enemy remaining. Last player standing. Attack.
As you can see by the Valorant tracker down at the bottom, we had a really slow start to this game, like really slow. We started to heat up a little bit there towards the end of the game. We started to actually feel warmed up and start hitting our shots. This really goes to show how important warming up is in Valorant before you play competitive. I did not warm up before this game. I'm not saying you can't have a good game if you don't warm up before, but you're way more likely to be consistent and hit a lot more of your shots and play at your best potential if you warm up first. Let's move on to the next game. You probably noticed it from the last game, but my default setup is a trapwire at A and a trapwire at B on attack. Just try to watch for the push through, and then I usually play mid. You'll notice I'm kind of commentating a little bit how I'm playing. I was streaming this game, so that's why I was doing that. Let me know if you guys like that or not. I can do that more often.
We're gonna go for it. So my team is pushing B here, so I'm just riding with them. Okay, I'm playing support here, gonna try and get information. I want to put a cam down to watch for the plant later, blind fire through the smoke, see if I can't hit anything. And now this trapwire is good. He's in that smoke.
I'm able to pick up the nice kill on the Sage, even though she was lurking in the smoke there. Unfortunately, as I repeak, I get insta-killed, but that's okay because I try to just buy time for my teammates. Honestly, since I had the cam on the bomb side, I probably shouldn't have repeaked, though. We're able to pick up a good couple kills here as my team's trying to take control of the bomb site.
65 omen 20.
From there, I realize the bomb's down on the bomb site and I have no health left. So my goal here is just to do a little bit more economic damage to the enemy team, or maybe save a gun if I can find one. One missed opportunity here. I didn't pick up my trapwire as I went past it. There's no reason not to pick it up here and save it going into the next round. I love using this camera to gain info in mid. It's not as good when they push up, but when they're playing back in ropes, you can oftentimes see them before they can see the camera.
They have mid control. Yeah. I don't really like holding this position back here, but just trying to help my teammate right now.
Just play time best you can.
Good trade. Ended up being bait for my teammate there. She's able to pick up a good couple kills off of it, and our Sova actually has a lineup. So this is a really strong.
So you probably heard me say that I don't really like playing back in the bomb site where I died on that last round. That's because it's kind of a one and done position. The enemies are going to push you 2 or 3 at a time, and there's not much you can do about it typically. But being there with the teammate and allowing my teammate to trade me was not a bad situation. I really didn't expect this Reyna to just hold W at me. Unfortunately, she does, and she outplays me. I tried to go for the smoke to try and delay her or stop her for a second. Instead, what I should have done is just held the angle and gotten the kill potentially. Going into round 5, I know there's one in heaven here with an operator, and she knows I'm here as well. I'm just trying to get a lucky timing on her and potentially catch her off guard and get a kill. Instead, I probably should have just stayed back in vents and waited for the player behind me to push up and potentially pick up that kill instead. Round 6, we're on a save, so I've got a sneaky shorty here. Let's see if we can do something with it. Fortunately, I'm able to get a sneaky kill onto this Reyna, and all I want is her gun, but for some reason the game will not let me pick it up, and I just get sprayed down through the wall by another LMG. I probably should not have gotten so greedy for the gun and instead just fallen back to a safer position after getting the kill. But as this was a save round, I was really hoping to get that gun and really make something happen here.
Jet could have pushed.
So my team is pushing on to B here with the bomb, and they're doing a really good job. My whole goal here is to provide some presence in mid so that the enemy doesn't feel like they can just safely rotate over with no regard for mid. Then I go ahead and fall back into garage to help my Sova. This is a great example of what good crosshair placement can do for you. Unfortunately, at the same angle as before, I get outplayed by this Reyna again. You'd think I'd learn from my lessons and not play like this. Unfortunately, I didn't. I should have played it from the back towards our spawn with the operator, since there was a really good chance that she was going to push that.
I was not ready for that, but I got the kill anyways. Rotate this direction. Nobody did.
Where is everyone?
Just gonna use it.
Sova has a lineup to stop the bomb defuse, and I'm able to pick up the kill on the Phoenix through my smoke. Holding heaven control when you have the bomb down on B is incredibly important because it really hinders the enemy's retake potential. In round 10, our team eventually wants to plant the bomb on A, or at least that's the long-term goal. Unfortunately, our B side of the team really just demolishes the enemy team before I can even do anything. In round 11, you'll see me being very cautious and watching sewers here, and that's because my trapwire at A was destroyed very early on.
Bye, Reyna.
Fortunately, I'm able to
But she
pick
was
up
the
a
one
kill
that
in
pushed
mid,
me.
as you see here, and then rotate over to B and help my teammate.
Where is she?
She's heaven, by the way.
Oh, I suck.
Cypher.
I'll bait my team.
In round 12, we decide to 5-man push onto the A bomb site. I've got an operator here, so I play back and try to watch some of the longer angles for my team.
Yeah.
We end up, again, just demolishing the enemy team. They weren't ready for it, and it's an easy round win for us.
Enemy remaining.
Mortal potential.
On split defense as Cypher, I like to solo hold the B bomb
Is that
site.
on, eh? Oh,
You'll
she
see
got
me
my
with a trap wire on the main
space.
entrance and some cages usually above and below it as well. I hit a couple nice shots on this Omen right away,
Oh, I
and then
gushed him.
as I wide
Oh,
peek him, I miss
I gushed him and
everything,
I
and he
missed.
gets an easy headshot on me.
2B garage.
Cage triggered.
I hear a lock garage. Sold my heaven.
No more charges left.
This trap wire over here is great in case Omen tries to TP into a smoke there.
What?
This is a risky position, especially since she has an LMG. We'll see how it works out.
As you probably heard me say, playing behind this building here is a little risky because they can shoot through it so easily, but I play passive enough long enough that I think they forget about me, and I'm able to pick up an easy kill on the person picking up the orb, who also happened to have the bomb. So at this
Spike
point,
down.
I'm on preservation mode just to buy enough time with 30 seconds or less to win the round based off the fact that they can't plant the bomb.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. 10 seconds left.
What? She doesn't win that. Hopefully he doesn't peek.
Stop the plant.
She's not gonna plant. It's down in garage. Just hide.
Oh.
As you can see here, Sova gets some good intel on
gonna
garage
buy here.
and then tries to play overly aggressive towards it and ends up losing his life. I also decide that I want Sova's gun, so I'm going to go ahead and use my cage to protect myself and pick up that gun very easily.
Using the smoke to get the better
I
gun.
like how an Ares is slightly less damage.
In this situation, my goal is just to save this weapon, but I don't really like holding from heaven here, so I try to push down and to go into dirt. It turns out though that Omen is just kind of holding an angle in dirt, waiting for me to push somewhere. Round 16 is a save round, and I know they're coming B, but all I have is a shorty. So what am I going to do? I'm going to play the close angles and hope for the best.
Spike planted.
Oh no! 48 hit the headshot too.
I'm able to pick up
Damn.
one kill
I should win
and
this.
bait out the Reyna so that
That's so
she also
sneaky
gets
beaky.
killed. This is actually great because we end up winning the save round. Pay attention to how the enemy team is pushing you. If they're pushing from mid to B heaven and then onto the B bomb site and your team is struggling to hold it and you can't get away from the B bomb site to help them in mid, putting a trap wire up in B heaven can be really helpful to your team.
Did I just hear someone?
Holding this aggressive
Yeah, I did.
angle pushed up in garage is great because it's good information and you're likely to catch at least one enemy off guard once they push up. Don't forget to
cage, get
safely
info.
use your cages to pick up weapons, use your ultimate, or do whatever you need to do. You can even use it to block the deployment of
B
a
heaven.
trap wire if you need to.
B heaven.
So I fall back into dirt here because I know they're pushed onto the bomb site. And my hope
to drop
is
site.
that once this person gets the bomb down,
side
I'm
already.
able to push on, pick up a couple kills, and hopefully get some support from my
Two on
teammates.
site.
My teammates eventually start to die off. I do pick up a kill, and I decide that I'm going to YOLO go for the bomb defuse. And now this probably isn't the best decision, but I don't think it's also a terrible decision because I know at this point that none of the other enemies are actually on the bomb site. My hope here is that my Omen in heaven can help me out and hopefully get a kill or two up in heaven and stop them from coming to kill me while I defuse this bomb. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. We're on a save round here and Omen asked me to bait for him, so that's exactly what I do. Sometimes baiting for your teammates can be huge and allow them to get a couple kills or catch an enemy off guard. Unfortunately, nothing becomes of that bait. In the next round, my team gets pushed on the A bomb site from the enemy and is able to shut them down completely. I'm able to rotate just in time to do absolutely nothing. But it should be noted that staying in heaven here is incredibly important, because if the jet does decide to push heaven and rotate or anything else in heaven, I'm able to help my teammate out. Whereas if it's just both of us down on the bomb site, she has free reign over the rest of the map. My teammate watching mid ends up getting killed, and the enemy team decides the best thing to do is to push B, and they're not wrong. The best thing to do here is to push B. So my goal here is to pick up 1-2 kills and buy as much time as possible for my teammates to rotate and help me. As you can see, I'm able to kill all of them except for one, and my teammates are then there to clean up and finish the round. Fortunately, even though it ended up being a 1v1, and we do win that round.
Nice.
Here in the 21st round, I actually have aggressive information towards B garage, and I have a Sova there, so I don't really have to worry about it, and I'm up in heaven helping my team hold mid. I decided to get a little bit more aggressive here towards mid and throw a cage, and it's the worst timing ever because Sage peeks me right as I do that.
Phoenix wasn't watching that. I should have known.
Unfortunately for the enemy team, it doesn't really matter. Our Sova's able to push up and get bomb control back in their spawn, and we're able to close this game out in the 21st round.
I should have known.
As you can see from the scoreboard, our performance here again was pretty mediocre, pretty average. We hope for a better performance, but this game wasn't the best one from us. Maybe Split just isn't our map today. That being said, I think we did pretty well on defense, and I think we did a decent job on offense of helping our team know when the enemy's pushing or not pushing. We definitely struggled more on off, but this is a defensive sided map 100% in pubs, so that's to be expected a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys find this incredibly useful, and if you do, make sure you hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button for me, and I'll see you guys in episode 3.
Remaining.
3 out of 5. I have retrieved the spike.
Good shit, dude.